I have a great new tool for you. It's called Notebook LM. It's a Google product, and it uses their Gemini as the large language model to run it. But anyway, I want to show you a little bit about Notebook and some practical applications. I'll show you the end result of what I did with this the other day to help us in our recruiting business, and then I'll show you some applications and how it works. Okay, so it's one. First of all, it's free, so all you have to do is hit Try Notebook LM. I've already done one. Let me show you one I did the other day. So I was looking at Quest Diagnostics, their oncology services, and over here you can see sources, and so you can add, you're feeding sources into Notebook LM, so you're giving it information. So I uploaded a lot of stuff from their website, specific pages that I wanted it to read. Now, it will not read anything that's not visible on the page, so make sure that whatever is visible on the page will be read. And then also you can put in YouTube videos. So I uploaded a few YouTube videos. Some of these were pretty detailed. One of them was an hour long. And then these are another website. But I could add a lot of different, let me show you the sources. So I could add something from my Google Drive. I could add links from a website or YouTube, and I can paste any text I want to. And I can also upload files here. You can see the supported type files are PDFs, text, Markdown, audio. So depending if you got the right type of file, then you can upload it. And then you can see here, source limit. I only have 6 sources. I could have put 50 sources in here. Now let me show you the end result. Obviously, it will give you notes and an overview of what the information. And so here's my overview of the information where it talks about the menu, support tools. So it goes through all this. I'm not going to go through this in detail. This would be good, like obviously if I have somebody interviewing with Quest and they're super busy and they don't have time to do the research, then you could upload this information and share it with people. So anyway, that's a brief overview. There's other things you can do over here. You can create a briefing document, which I have already done, and it will give you, here's actually a quiz, Understanding Liquid Biopsy for Colorectal Cancer Management. And then it gives you a quiz, and then here's the answers down here. That's another aspect of it. The thing that I really enjoyed, I thought was very powerful about this, was that then you can come over here and you can create a podcast. And so this is a 29-minute podcast. So if you had somebody who was traveling, who was in the airport, was driving, and they didn't really have time to do all this research, then to me, this is a great application. And I'll let you listen to this a little bit. I won't play the whole thing, but I'll give you a little taste of what it.
All right, so
let's jump into the full
selected DNA,
and what it means for the future of cancer treatment, especially for people dealing with colorectal cancer. You sent over some really interesting research, some articles on this, and I'm curious to unpack it all.
Yeah, it's definitely a game changer. We're talking about a simple blood test, sometimes called a liquid biopsy. That can potentially revolutionize how we monitor.
Okay, so obviously you can hear the podcast, and then I can share this with somebody. You have to do public access and then copy share link, and then I could email this to somebody, which I did this morning. We have a person who's interested in working for Quest, so now they can listen to this podcast. I've done all the work, given them specific information. Now they can listen to this podcast. Maybe they're traveling and to see if they're interested in joining Quest. So it's a great tool. There's a lot of other applications, and obviously you just have to think through, but this is a free resource and a great way to share information with your employees, other people, anybody who may need this information. All right, so here is another example. Let me walk you through this from start to finish. So obviously I'm on notebooklm.google. I'm gonna hit try notebook. I already have an account, so I have a few things in here already. And so I'm going to hit create new. All right, so I'm going to add resources. And on this video, I'm going to do, let's work. I could use anything that I have saved. Like I have videos for training at Connexus. I could put those in here. And then create a podcast from that, like for new employees, they could listen to a podcast about our training programs. I think I'll do one about automation, using AI for automation. So I'm going to start off with a YouTube video. And so I'm going to paste a URL in here. Okay, so I'm just going to get this one. This is getting started with robotic process automation. It's 55 minutes. So there's obviously a lot of information there. So all I have to do is I'm just going to copy this link. Now I'm going to paste this link in here. Okay, I pasted the link in. Okay, so I have my first piece of information. It says one resource there. So I'm going to add another source. I have a PDF from another company I'm going to add in here as well. Okay, so I'm going to add another source. This is a PDF that I have. Let me find it. Okay, so charting the automation journey. So now it's putting that in here, and I can show you this PDF that I'm uploading. So it goes in quite a bit of detail about what RPA is and common uses. So there's a lot of information here. So now that's uploaded in here as well. So now I can start asking questions if I wanted to. Okay, so I just typed in here, how can I use RPA in my recruiting business? I don't know if that was actually any of the information in here, so I'm just curious to see what it may say. This is using a large language model to help generate this information. So now it's giving me some examples of how to use RPA in my business, which is good. And so I can save this to a note, or I can create a study guide. And obviously I could add more information here. Obviously, the more information you have, but this is the part that I think is really interesting. Deep dive conversation to host. So now I can actually hit this generate and create a podcast. So it'll take a little while to process. All right, so now it is done processing, and you can see we have a podcast. It's 30 minutes long, and I'll let you listen to a little bit of it.
Hey everyone, welcome to this deep dive. We're tackling robotic process automation today, or RPA, as I'm sure you all know it. We've got some really interesting material you sent over to get through.
It's definitely a hot topic right now.
Yeah, for good reason. Businesses are really starting to see how powerful this tech can be, but we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of how it works, and more importantly, how you can actually start using it.
And what's capturing everyone's attention.
Okay, so this is just a great way of sharing information, because you think people are so busy, they don't have time to go and do all this research. Keep in mind, this is an hour-long YouTube video, and this is a 30-page PDF. And so it's gathered all this information, and this will be in a conversational style. So different people like learning different ways, but this is a great tool. Just think of different ways you could use it in your business. It's simple. Anybody can do it. And then if I want to share this, then I have to hit public access. So if you want to share this with one of your employees or a client, then all you have to do is hit this. And so now I've got the link copied and I can send it in an email. These files are too large to download and send to somebody, but they make it easy to share these links with other people as well. So I hope this helps. I hope this information is useful. If you have any questions, certainly reach out to me. Be glad to try to help in any way I can.